Hi, Pots and Pans, TV Chef Fantasy League producer Valerie here. We had some pretty serious network issues at Max Fun HQ during the recording of this episode, so unfortunately we don't have the Zoom video from Iffy in Chicago. You'll hear Mike and Sierra make reference to what he's doing a few times, including showing off his bare chest, but you won't be able to see him. We sincerely apologize for depriving you of that. But if it's any consolation, you can Google Iffy Waddy Way shirtless to see about 1 million pictures of just that. Do it on your work computer. I just did. Anyway, here's the show.
Hello, and welcome to TV Chef Fantasy League. I am your host and commissioner, Sierra Cotto, here with my co-host, Mike Gabalon, and Iffy Waddy Way. And a couple updates here. Mike is a married man.
I'm betrothed. I'm wearing a ring. You can see that on YouTube. That's a reason to tune into YouTube.
Oh
you can look at his ring.
Exclusive ring footage. Zoom in. Enhance.
You're probably still, you're going to hear it as I'm still used. I've never been a ring guy. So I keep like dropping my hand on the table and you're just going to hear like that's my ring.
Sounds like a man who's recently married.
Yeah, that's the sound of a newlywed.
You're not a ring guy, but you're a wife guy.
I'm a huge wife guy. Yeah, real wife guy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How was the wedding?
Delightful. It was. I truly hate to rub it in the face of anyone who had something go wrong at their wedding, but a lot of people said it was the best wedding they've ever been to. So I've kind of got that hanging over me.
Cool.
Yeah.
How was the food? What happened with the food?
Iffy, what's your question?
Yeah, what?
Oh no, I was just saying best wedding they've ever been to. I mean, I have to think of what the best wedding that me and Sierra's ever been to, since we can't add your wedding to.
Yeah, well, we're in a separate category.
You know what's funny is
if he's calling in from Chicago for those.
Right, yeah. Specifically from the bed in whatever Airbnb or hotel you're in.
His head is currently lying on a forest green pillow.
We're really looking at you from a Jabba the Hutt angle.
Yeah.
Well, because if I pull it up, I'm not.
Ooh, okay. You got to pay extra for that.
YouTube exclusive content. Yeah. Yikes! Make sure you check that
out.
out.
Warm. It's very warm, so I decided I'm gonna just keep the shirt popped open.
You're gonna keep the shirt open and then put a hot laptop on your bare chest.
Yeah. Mine is cool at the moment.
Okay, we'll see how we're doing at the end of the app.
Be careful.
Yes.
but back to the food, wedding food.
Right, yeah.
What can you tell us?
We got derailed by Iffy's hatred. I was gonna say, you know what's funny is we had like a last minute dropout. If you could have flown to this is wedding drama. This is unrelated, unrelated to food, just fun wedding dramas. We had one person who said they were coming, never sent us. They were like a no call, no show. We found out like 24 hours before. We were like, hey, and what's to mutuals? We're like, and what's that person doing? They're like, oh, they're not coming. We're like, they didn't tell us that.
Yeah, that's the thing you want to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, they always say about 10%. People might drop out, but not like without telling you.
Yeah. Look, if you tell us, that's fine. Things come up. We had people drop out. Who told us? You know, so and so got sick. Okay, that's okay. But it's a no call, no show. Come on.
Yeah.
In another country, you had time to tell us.
Right. You know you didn't get the passport out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so food. Our wedding was great. Okay, here's the thing about wedding food is when my wife and I were going in, we're like, wedding food is never great. Right. It can only ever be like actively bad. So we're like, it only has to be like not bad. And so when we were doing the tastings, that's what we were aiming for. It's like, yeah, this is okay. And our tastings were really good. And the thing about tastings is you think, well, okay, yeah, you did these 2 plates really well. Can you do it 100, 200 times? You know what I mean? However many guests you have. And they did. And it also, not only did they do that, they cooked enough that they offered people seconds.
Ooh.
Which is something I've never seen done at a wedding. They didn't tell us they were going to do that. And that was a really delightful surprise that like all of our guests were very, very well fed.
Oh, nice. It was like a dish thing, so it was like a meat. You just get like another plate.
They would come around with like one of the like big plates, like it was duck, and so they would come around with like a big plate, like with more duck legs, and like, do you want more duck? And one person had 3 duck legs.
Nice.
Wow.
They ate
a duck and a half.
Yeah, you eat that no shows meal, man.
They're not using it.
No,
no. But so we had 3 days of events, and every event had like just a shit ton of food, and it was all really, really good. If anyone is getting married in Portugal, send us an email at chef@maximumfun.org. I'm happy to give you recommendations for the catering company, for wedding planners, for everything. It was amazing.
Amazing. So a ringing endorsement.
Truly. And
truly.
this is just an endorsement in general to get married abroad. Because, like I said, we did 3 days of events because our budget went 3 times as far. Our 3 days of events were still cheaper than like most people I know's like 1 day wedding here in America. It is so much cheaper anywhere else.
And it's good you didn't. Sometimes they do charge the American price out there, knowing that you're American. So it's good you guys got like a regular
the
deal.
Insider deal. No, hire like a local wedding planner, go to another country. It'll be great.
Nice. You heard it here.
It's a hot wedding tip. There's now a wedding podcast. I would do a wedding podcast. If we did a spin-off that was just wedding planning, I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, we could. Well, we might have more bye weeks. Last week was a bye week.
That's true.
You know, if you and I discussed fictional chefs, we talked about Ratatouille. We did all these wonderful things. You know, in lieu of you being here, of course, but also because there was no MasterChef to cover.
Right.
But we're gonna have more bye weeks, just knowing them.
That's true. I feel like last year, they're really big on just taking a random week off. I mean, last week was a holiday, but sometimes they're just like, no new episode this week.
I mean, and this episode, for all intents and purposes, was like half an episode. Like, we'll get into it, but you know, they definitely need to stretch what they have.
Yeah.
Not a lot can be filmed in Melbourne. Iffy. What about Chicago? How's the, you know, you did mention off air you will be going to Bailey's restaurant. What else is in store?
He's getting up. He's getting out of bed.
Yeah, because
laptop too hot on the old chesty chest.
No, I just feel like I got to get in sport mode to have this discussion. I hit up Bailey. She's she's not open on Mondays, which is why I didn't go tonight. But Tuesday they do lunch. I'm there.
Okay.
We're getting it in.
Wow.
I'm so stoked to hit it up, and maybe I'll even get some of Zubair's chicken while I'm at it.
Wow.
I will report back next week with all the deets.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Very exciting. Yeah, that's great. I mean, Chicago was sort of the epicenter. There's like 3 contestants, I think. Was there a third one?
Oh, if you're counting all seasons of Top Chef, there are like 40 Top Chef people in Chicago. Chicago is one of the finest culinary cities in America. And
I believe it.
Yeah, if y'all remember, I went to Sue's spot last time.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, that's right. But yes, but in this one, Destination Canada, excuse me. I think there was a third guy.
There was.
Yes.
I don't remember who it was.
No, I know. My brain is so cooked.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up if I didn't know. But write in chef@maximumfun.org. Thanks. We'll figure it out.
Okay, this is again. I was just away getting married for 2 weeks, but someone did write in and say they ate at.
Oh yeah, Dan.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bring up.
Okay, here we
that's
go.
A great transition. So
you're welcome.
We had some listeners write in, and I'll start first with listener Josh, who actually suggested the singular for pots and pans could be pot-er pan or potter pan.
Potter pan.
Yeah, so this
I love it.
Potter pan. Josh. Yeah, that's great. And
Josh is officially hereby the first Potter pan.
Yes, Josh, the inaugural Potter pan. And Josh was talking about their favorite Korean barbecue spot in Seattle, which was also closed on a Monday because we had talked about things being closed on a Monday.
Classic hospitality industry closed on a Monday.
Yeah, Bailey's restaurant as well, of course. And then, going to a couple people went to a couple Top Chef Wisconsin's restaurants. So Dennis wrote in about going to Top Chef Wisconsin Manny Berea's restaurant, Jaguar Bolera in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Said pretty good, but the vibe took over, meaning there was like a lot of maybe noise and stuff, but otherwise
I remember looking at, when we were doing the draft for that, I remember looking up the name of that restaurant, and it did strike me as sort of like a, I don't know how to put this, like more of an entertainment venue. Do you know what I mean? It's not, it was like not a restaurant. It was like he's doing the food for this complex where you can like play games and also there is food. Do you know what I mean?
Right. There is
like a Top Golf situation, but not golf themed.
The main attraction is not the food, but great that there's a great chef there anyway. Also, Dennis mentioned some fictional chefs that we snubbed or by not bringing them up. I mean, I call them snubbed, but Swedish chef from the Muppets. That's a good one.
Classic.
Le Poisson chef.
Is Swedish chef a good chef? Do we think he's
Ooh, has his food ever actually been shown on air? I don't know.
Yeah, that's my question.
Well, he's always chasing that chicken. And if you can't butcher chicken, as we know from many episodes of MasterChef, you're not long for this culinary world.
He seems pretty like stressed and anxious all the time. So that could be.
Well, he can't speak English, so that's tough.
Okay, maybe
everyone around him speaks a language that he does not speak.
Sure, then that's stressful.
He only knows one syllable, and it's Bork.
That's true. That's a good language, though. It's easy to learn, I think. But yeah, so probably not a good chef.
Is it? It's just now occurring to me how like mildly racist that is. That there's a character named Swedish Chef, and he's just going around like bork, bork, bork. You know what I mean?
You're right.
It would be like if it was like a character named Chinese Chef, and he was like Ching Chong. Do you know what I mean? Which I can say because I'm Asian.
Sure, not great. I agree. I think it gets a little bit of a pass because of the Norwegian of it all.
Yeah. Like you can make fun of the Nordic people, and it's okay.
I mean, not even. I said Norwegian, which is pretty racist because it's not Norway. I meant Nordic.
Yeah.
But yes. So yeah.
You were just thinking about the Beach House song.
What was that?
Always thinking about Beach House songs.
Yeah, I thought you were just thinking about the Beach House song. Norway, hey, hey.
Oh, I
Okay.
was.
I was gonna let him keep going.
Right.
I was gonna say, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Let him sing the whole
Then.
thing.
Yeah, Mike knows this song.
Oh, look. Do you know how many Beach House songs I had to pretend to like to hang out with cute girls in high school? That is like the ultimate. That is like the epitome of the kind of band that if you look at me, it feels like I would like that band, but I don't because I like loud, fast music, and Beach House is like the dreariest, slowest music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so slow.
But like in 2010, all the cute girls were listening to it. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
oh yeah.
It paid off. You're married.
So I'm married now. I won.
Yeah, you were able to.
And I never have to listen to Beach House again.
Yeah. Excellent work. We'll address the Little Mermaid chef, Le Poisson chef.
Who's the Little Mermaid chef?
I couldn't remember. I actually Googled this. It's a guy who I think was like chasing after the crab for a while.
Oh.
He's kind of, he's scary. He's like, he's scary.
Wow. Okay. What a B plot.
But I do think, very deep cut.
Yeah.
But I do think I don't know if you made it into the live action.
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
A lot of the live action, you kind of have to suspend a lot of like live action Mulan. You can't just do like a talking dragon. That sort of pulls focus away from Mulan. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. No, I was kind of mad they didn't have him.
No, me too. But I'm like, I understand why they didn't.
It wasn't so realistic. Yeah, he's not in the live action version, but he's in the Little Mermaid live like musical. So,
sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yes, so there's that guy. I don't know. I think could be a good chef because it seemed like dealing with a lot of seafood.
Okay, I hate this podcast. I didn't listen to your guys' episode last week.
No, we
ranking fictional chefs. But let me get this straight. You ranked fictional chefs, and this Potter Pan wrote in to say, here are the chefs you forgot, and their number 2 was the 10th character down on the list from The Little Mermaid.
I will say we didn't really rank them. We kind of just brought favorites up and then decided if they would be actually good at cooking or not.
Okay.
And because I was here, I brought up a lot of animated chefs. So I think that's why that happened.
Yeah.
Because I did Remy from Ratatouille. We did.
Which you won't shut up about.
I did rewatch it. Red Wall mice, including cornflower. Were you guys big Red Wall fans?
What words are you saying? What is Red Wall?
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay, yes, Gabe, thank you.
Yeah, it's like a mouse and little rabbits, and they fight.
Rodents who are like in medieval.
You're describing
times.
Pokemon.
No, fair. They're rodents in medieval times, and they are either in an abbey making blackcurrant cordial or cooking.
Is this it
was a book series?
I feel like I'm going. I feel like this is like a Berenstain Bears thing where you're trying to tell me this thing exists. I'm like, I've never heard of it in my fucking life.
Blind spot. Yeah. Well, it does exist. It does exist. It was an animated show, but it also was a book series that I got into as well.
In what years?
I think it's old, but it's it's been
is
around.
it? Yeah. Is it it was a TV show?
1986 to 2011 published.
2011?
Because it's so many books. It's endless stories. So many stories.
How have I missed this?
And then
completely?
for a TV show, I don't know when the TV series was, but that also kind of got me into it. I guess 1999 to 2002.
That's old enough for me to remember.
I mean, it's a deep cut. You're either in or you're out.
Okay, I'm out. I'm very out. I'm so out. It
Dennis
worries
was
me.
In, and we thank him for that. And then Dan Jacobs. So another Potter Pan wrote in saying they met Dan Jacobs from Top Chef Wisconsin. Of course, he's the one who had that restaurant Dan, where it was him and another Dan. And I guess this Potter Pan went to Summerfest in Milwaukee, tried the General Tso's cauliflower and smashed cucumber salad with peanuts at the Dan tent.
Booth.
And Dan Jacobs was actually
there.
there.
Oh, that's cool.
So pretty cool.
Ooh, oh,
Love
yeah.
to see that.
We love it. Anyway, we love hearing about everybody's encounters in the wild with Top Chef contestants or other people that we cover on this podcast.
That does remind me, just talking about summer festivals, Iffy, I don't know what the dates are, but if you are in Chicago during Taste of Chicago, that to me is one of my favorite food festivals in the country. And it happens during the summer, and I don't know the dates, but if it's there today, tomorrow, whatever, you should go.
Okay. I don't think
What are the
it
odds?
is, but if it is, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, because it's a
I'm
recurring
gonna
summer
taste-
thing. That it's not like
cool.
it's not like one weekend. It's like every third Monday of the
Right.
month in the summer or whatever. You know what I mean?
Like I actually, I think I've been before, but you know how 626 night market is now a
Yes.
huge thing. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they do it multiple times. In the
Yeah,
summer.
exactly.
So I think the key too is to go early because by the end people are like, oh no, it's our last chance. We got to go. And it's like packed.
You know, I've
Same
also
with around
discovered those are like big food festivals are only fun if you have a nice big group of friends who are also eaters. Like if
And
you
then
go with one
everybody
other person,
shares.
you're like, well, we did 2 dishes and we're
Right.
kind of full now. So you have to go with
Yeah.
people and people who are like good at eating. Because like I have a lot of friends who like, look, I love them dearly, but if you have just like a dietary restriction,
It's
I'm like,
tough.
it's really hard to find. You know what I mean? You got to be able
Right.
to just dive into everything with gusto.
That's true. Yeah. A lot of sharing possibilities there.
Yeah.
And then finally, I did want to say I was in New York and I finally tried Russ and Daughters.
Finally,
The
wow.
bagel place. Yeah, because I had always I just missed it the last time I was there, but I got the Gaspanova smoked salmon,
Okay.
everything bagel with scallion, cream cheese, and onion.
Okay.
Pretty great. No wait. It was like happy to be pretty empty.
Wow. Bravo.
Thank you.
I would argue that their bagels are not great. The fish
The bagel
is
itself?
incredible, but the bagel itself is not my favorite in New York.
I could see that.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, yeah, I was kind of just happy to have.
Sure.
anything,
Yeah.
But I could see that. Yeah, I didn't think the bagel like stuck out to me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, the salmon was really good.
Nice. What else did you do in New York?
I was there for literally like 48 hours.
Oh,
so.
nice.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what I did do? And here, this brings me to my next question. I made Dubai chocolate with my friends
Oh.
because one of my friends'
Ooh.
boyfriends was really wanted to make Dubai chocolate, so he bought all the ingredients and then like bought like
Sure.
all the molds and stuff, and we made
Yeah.
it. Took a lot of time, and it apparently was expensive, but it was good. But it was really rich. Are you guys into the Dubai chocolate trend?
I still haven't, which kind of shocks me because it is notoriously invented by a Filipino.
Oh, well then get on
It's a
it.
Filipino chocolatier who invented it. Thank you very much. That was my people.
Congrats.
But I still haven't tried. I mean, I look at the list of ingredients. I'm like, yes, that is. I like all these things. I haven't had it not out of protest. I just like I haven't had it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Iffy of you.
I haven't had it exactly. I did. Costco has a Afters Dubai chocolate ice cream.
Whoa.
Like it's it's a pistachio ice cream. I highly recommend it. It's very tasty.
Damn.
Wow.
I was just at
Afters moves
Costco.
fast.
Okay.
To do the product pipeline of like we took this viral food trend, developed it into a packaged consumer good, and got it onto Costco shelves is like, whoa.
That's what Shein is
Yeah.
doing on a
Yeah,
minutely
that's true.
basis.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you got to keep up with this waste.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, I think we covered everything not related to MasterChef, possibly.
Yeah, but
that
you
we
like you said, it's a
possibly
half
can.
an episode. I can keep going. I
Yeah.
could talk about the vacation food for long. I
We
only
may
talked about
have
my
to.
wedding. I didn't even talk about. Okay, so we did a
Oh,
mini moon after, and
yeah.
we went to Greece, and it was my first time in Greece. And I got to say, Greece is a whole nation. Y'all got to get some salt in there. Every dish I had was a little bit under seasoned.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Great food.
I can see that.
All the food in Greece was amazing, but just
Just take a little-
just a
Take a little from the ocean.
little pinch. Yeah, it's right there. The
Yeah,
ocean's right
the
there.
sea.
But it was really good.
Amazing. That's great. Wait, where in Greece did you guys go?
Santorini, which is just the most beautiful place on earth I don't need to go to again.
Okay.
It's like, okay, Santorini is gorgeous, but it is definitely the country. The airport is like the Burbank airport,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And like,
Went a long time
okay,
ago.
look, okay, let me back up.
Mhm.
My wife and I are city people. When we plan a vacation, we're like, we're going to the city because we want to like eat at restaurants and
Oh, right.
shop and like do stuff. Some people aren't. Some people are like, I want to go, like Hawaii is a good
Nature.
example. When we go to Hawaii, we're like, we're going to Honolulu because that's the city. And some people are like, I want to go to a beach and I want to turn my brain off. I want to be away from everyone. Like, that's great for you. That's not us. That's not what we
Different
do.
experience.
But for
Yeah.
the days after our wedding, we were like, this is probably the one time in our lives we're going to want to do nothing and turn our brains off, which is why we went to Santorini. And it was great for that. It was like
Nice.
beautiful and it was gorgeous. But it's like we stopped in Athens on the way back home. And as soon as we got in Athens, we're like, what the fuck were we ever thinking going to Santorini? Athens is so much more our speed. Because you get out of the Santorini or you get out of the Athens airport and there's like car rentals and like there is a taxi with like a meter. You know what I mean? Like you get out of the tiny Santorini airport and there aren't taxis. There are like
Right.
guys with cars. Do you know what I mean? And then you just drive through nothing and then you get to your hotel and it's beautiful. And then like everywhere we went on Santorini, the car was just 40 euro. That's what it costs to get
Oh.
anywhere from
Mhm.
any point A to any point B. So any round trip like to a restaurant just costs like $100, and like that kind of sucks. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
So it's just like it's beautiful, and I'm glad I did it for like 48 hours, and I'm not gonna go again.
Sure.
But
No, yeah.
Athens, I would go
Great.
all the
I
time.
mean,
Athens was
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, great. A great like
Ooh.
relaxation place, I'd imagine. And then Athens, I really when I went a while ago now, I remember it was like the last stop on a long journey with me and my friend, and we watched Ice Age 5 Collision Course. We were kind of done with the
Ooh.
whole.
You're
tourism.
done.
We're like,
Yeah.
back to America.
Yeah, you do reach that point after a long vacation. Like by the end, we decided to only do a mini moon, but I'm really glad we did because by the last couple days, it's like I just want to go home and hug my dog. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
got that. You
Aw.
know. But yes, wonderful. Well,
Okay,
shall we?
I guess we got to talk about MasterChef now.
And we can always, do our thing where we go off
Yeah.
the beaten path here. But okay, let's get into this episode of MasterChef.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Okay, wait. I thought of something we could talk about.
What?
Did we talk about the results of our poll? All right, are we supposed to talk about that yet? Val, stop me if we're going to cut this
Oh.
out. We can talk about that, right?
yeah. I guess I thought we did, but maybe we were just down to the final two or something.
Okay, so for all of
Maybe we
our members, our Max Fun members, we
Mm.
sent out a poll, and the poll was you get to decide what the punishment for this season is. And we have a winner. So the loser of this season of MasterChef is going to have to cook a meal for a professional chef and be subject to whatever criticism they have, which I'm assuming will be valid because you and I are not good chefs. And Iffy's an okay chef, but I mean, professional level? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean there will be critique for sure, no matter what.
Iffy, how confident are you? Like, if you lost this season and you had to cook for a professional chef, how confident are you in your skills?
I'm pretty confident I wouldn't upset them, but
Keeping the bar nice and low.
Yeah, but I
you
definitely
can
I don't
choose
know if
any
I'd
dish.
impress them.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So
There was
you can
no
choose
specific
your
dish.
strongest
Yeah.
showing,
Yeah.
but even with that, yeah. Fair.
Do you know?
Yeah,
do you
no,
guys
I-
know off the top of your head right now? Like, if you lost today, what you would cook?
Oh yeah, I think I'd do a classic steak and eggs.
Okay, keeping
Cool.
it simple.
Okay.
That's actually pretty smart. That's a good idea. What'd you do?
I'd maybe do like a no my fun. I do that a lot.
What
It's
is no my
No my
fun?
fun's like sticky rice.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's something you do a lot.
I feel like I do that. That's like my potluck bring for the holidays.
Oh, that's a good
and I
one.
feel like I can do. Well, actually, it might be easy. I do like a large amount, which I think that's kind of unwieldy because I don't think I have the equipment for a large amount.
Yeah,
But I think I could dial it in a little bit.
yeah. That makes sense. Okay,
We'll see. What about you?
I don't know.
Better get thinking.
Yeah. I'm like,
We
I spent so much. I've talked about this so much on this podcast. I'm done talking about this. This is the last time I bring it up.
Sure.
But I hired a personal trainer for the wedding,
What?
and I'm saying I'm done with it because I'm done with it now.
Nice.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
live
don't
that
need-
life.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's simply not for me.
It paid off.
But like, I spent the last 6 months just cooking like stupid, just like protein and veg meals. So I feel
Right.
like that's what I'm good at right now. But that's not. I wouldn't want to present that to a chef. That's embarrassing.
Well, then you get to like add some seasoning and stuff that you didn't get
I
to do.
guess. Yeah, we'll
It's a little
see. I
fun.
want to try some technique.
Yeah.
Show off the knife skills that I don't have.
Amazing. Well,
Okay, so we have that to look forward
get
to.
excited.
And with that being said, okay, now let's do
Now
MasterChef.
let's really see who might
Yeah,
have
now
to do
officially.
Yeah.
that. All right. So we're on episode 7 after a bye week, of course. This is Dynamic Duos. Just as a refresher, this episode is titled Mystery Box, which is really ridiculous because it is the pressure test. Like they could have called
They
it
could have
pressure
called the pressure
test.
test. Yeah.
They've already called an episode Mr. and Mystery Box, if we recall that horrible pun.
Yeah.
So
They've all been bad puns because there was peer pressure.
peer pressure. I mean, and it's okay, but just stay consistent and do
Yeah.
another
Mystery
pun
Box is
or-
really phoning it
yeah, it's totally fine. We'll accept it. But yeah, mystery box is just the words mystery box, and it's not even the first mystery box challenge anyway. Well, lots of complaints clearly, but as a refresher, so 2 weeks ago now, right? That peer pressure episode, we had the blue team lose. So the blue team is now part of the pressure test, and one of these 5 duos is going to be eliminated. So part of the blue team is Timothy and Athena. They're the newlyweds. We're also the captains of the blue team. Ryan, Kate, and Kayla. They're the ones who are the junior alums, and then one of them fainted. I think that was Ryan Kate. So
the other one chopped her
coming
fingers
off
off.
of that. Yeah.
They're really having a tough go of it.
Yeah, they're having a real time. We'll see if they redeem themselves. Then there's Tana and Kate. They're the mom and daughter duo from South Dakota. There's Azu and Javier. They're the divorcees. Need I say more? And then Darcy and Courtney, who are the vegans. Again, very simple to remember them as well.
Yeah.
So these are all the ones who basically have to don a black apron. And then the red team gets to go up on the balcony and watch. But they earn no points this episode. So,
Okay.
so that's how it goes. It's basically a half episode where we get to see who actually gets eliminated. But basically this pressure test is the mystery box, right? And inside, when they lift a mystery box, there's a mallet, and it turns out, the mystery box is actually made of chocolate.
Whoa.
Bam, they get to smash that mystery box. We get some slow-mo shots of that. And this is the first dessert challenge of the competition. So some people are happy about that. Some people aren't. They get 75 minutes to make an elevated dessert with the mystery box ingredients, which of course includes the box itself of chocolate.
Did they ever say what kind of chocolate the box was?
It looked light.
It looked light to me,
so
but
probably...
it seemed weird to me because that feels like white chocolate behaves differently from dark chocolate. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Completely different chocolate.
Yeah, so I thought it was weird that they didn't,
They didn't specify. Yeah, they just called it chocolate. So I figured they would have said white chocolate, but it looked super light.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe they swapped it in, They were just doing that for the illusion.
It could have also been light because of food grade paint. You know what I mean? We want it to look like wood. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I thought maybe that was what was going on. Who knows? But they didn't tell us. So we'll go through each of these duos.
I do feel like
we'll
because I was gonna say I feel like because it's a half an episode, what you get out of this episode is a lot more personality.
Yeah. We got to hone in a lot on each of these 5 duos, which was nice. And some of them we kind of knew. But I mean, let's talk about Tana and Kate first. I think we learned a lot about them.
Before we talk about them, should we pray to Heavenly Father?
Sure, we did learn that they did pray. I mean, actually, they did a quick prayer. And we had Azu do the cross symbol too a lot.
We'll see.
Stations
Okay.
of the signs of the cross.
Yeah.
Cross,
That feels like
That's
non-intrusive to
more
me.
typical.
It was the look. I'm not here to shit on anyone who has any faith of any religion,
yes.
but it was the fact that they didn't pray before the timer started. They're like, we're gonna take time out of cooking to pray,
sure. I mean,
hands off of
gotta do it sometime.
tools. And then on top of that, it was that the editors left this whole beat in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess so.
I just thought it was an interesting choice. That's all.
Sure. No, right. Yeah, we really got to see their religious side. But also their whole thing was that they're actually stepmom and daughter. They don't use those terms. And yeah, maybe, I don't know, that was surprising to me.
Yeah. As soon as they told that story, I was like, they're going to win.
Why?
Because she was this cake is how my mom came into my life.
Well,
I'm like,
just
of
from
course.
That challenge, not the whole thing.
Oh, not the whole
Okay,
thing.
okay,
No.
fine.
No, for this challenge, for just this episode, I'm like,
Great
what
story.
better narrative could there possibly be
Right.
than this woman became my mother with this cake? Come on.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, I mean, great story. If it was more about the narrative, that they would have won from that alone.
Yeah.
I was just surprised. Okay, so when they said, so actually we're stepmom and daughter, whoa, big secret. We actually don't use those terms or whatever. It was mainly the mom telling. It was just funny because it's okay, well, it's fine. Whoa, well, I don't know. But then it's also the mom, so Kate is the daughter. Her mom passed away.
Yes.
And then she said, then my dad asked Tana to help with the cake, and that's how we became close. So then I was thinking, is it because they were not dating at the time, the dad?
I would have to
And then
assume
she
that
was
is the
just
case.
she was the local
Baker
person who knows how to bake. And then
yeah.
she kind of got close with the dad and the daughter at the same time.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that was the version they presented.
Cute.
It's a great narrative.
Yeah, okay, that's cute. And then that's kind of how they made the special cake. That's how their journey started. So I am giving them, well, we'll find out where they end, but basically I'm thinking of that as we make this all the time because it is a special
okay,
dish
yeah, for
that
sure.
they mention is part of their lives.
Do you think they always make it with a gochujang caramel?
I don't know though.
That part I was
gochujang back however long ago too,
Yeah.
in North Dakota or wherever they
I
were.
highly doubt it.
I'd be surprised, but hey, maybe.
But I appreciate that they did it this time.
They did have to elevate it, so
Yes.
maybe that's how they did it.
Yeah.
Um,
We did get 12 different pronunciations of gochujang. Every
There was-
single person in that room said it a different way.
it was a struggle. It was a struggle, but we knew what they meant. We knew what they meant. Yes, and so and I'm just gonna go through all the basic results too. Basically, Joe said he could put it on a menu. First, he said he would price it at $15. Then he tasted it, $17. Whoa, $2 bump. It's the dessert of the day for him. Tiffany loved it. Gordon thought maybe he didn't need the cream on top, but beautifully done. So it was pretty resounding.
Yeah.
Yes. There.
Yeah. Joe's pricing thing was a little weird to me.
Yeah, I don't. I'm confused. I don't know. Is that? And also, I was trying to think about desserts at restaurants. I'm like, that seems high, but also maybe that's.
I think it depends on the restaurant,
Okay.
and depends on what city you're in. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people like in South Dakota would be like a $15 dessert. It's crazy, and here in LA, it's like that's the deal of the century. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, and it was like a big cake.
It was when he upped it that I thought it was weird because he's used that line before where he's like, "Oh, I could sell this at my restaurant for $10." You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get that. As a restaurateur, that is what I want to hear from you.
Sure.
When he like a decree from the king when he was like, heck, we'll up it. It could be $17. I'm like, Joe, it's getting away from you.
Yeah. This whole bit, we get the gist. You like the cake.
Like, I own a restaurant and I can make it cost however much
Yes.
I want.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Right,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a little bit like, all right, the emperor is starting to have no clothes here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, Joe. Whatever you need. Okay. Great. So Ton and Kate going strong. Then we had Timothy and Athena. They were struggling for a bit. They made this molten lava cake with chocolate mystery box mousse and strawberry rose garnish and matcha dusting. Timothy was struggling. So, okay, also at the very top, Timothy was like, I let down my wife. Like, he was like really falling on the sword. It was like a little bit like, oh, it's okay. Like, you didn't, it was bad, but everybody was bad.
Yeah.
But he was like, I let down my wife and my family. It's like, oh, damn. Like, it's okay, dude. I feel like he was starting kind of low self-esteem, and that probably didn't help.
Yeah.
And then he was the one between the two of them to struggle because he was struggling with the mousse. He baked it too early, probably just, jumping the gun a little bit. And that's why the lava didn't come out and it was baked in.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I feel like that the dessert that they were making specifically was a little bit tough as a team challenge because it is basically like, well, one person's doing the cake, the other person's doing garnish. And on this show, they don't really give a shit about the garnish. Like they kind of said that they're like the strawberry roses are nice, but we don't. That's not the thing.
And like it was a good combo of flavors, strawberry and matcha. Chocolate.
But then so it's just like it's kind of just on one person's shoulders to do the actual part that matters, and then it's like, well, if you mess up that one thing, like I would be hard on myself too. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, he had the harder job there.
And they're in the position of going from team captains to being in the dreaded pressure test. You know what I mean? And so it's like there's a little bit more. There's more eyeballs on you to be like, okay,
you guys got us here.
Yeah, exactly.
They were still holding hands when running to the pantry.
Adorable.
Cute.
So cute.
And then hope you and Laura are holding hands while running to the pantry yourselves.
Constantly.
Within the next,
She's underneath the table right now holding my hand.
Sure. Yeah. Great.
That sounded dirtier than I meant for it to.
No, but
she's just off camera holding my hand.
Yeah, but there's no space in this room, so
it's a very tiny room.
Really, the only place is under.
Even less room now that we have this new. We didn't even talk about this. If you're watching,
we did last episode.
Okay, then I won't talk about it. We have a new set. It's new to me.
Sure, it's this beautiful wood credenza.
It's so new that it still smells like wood.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I feel that. I smelled it when I came in. There's sorry. Okay, there's also like a beard hair coming out of the mic. So.
Oh,
so
fun!
A bit of good smells.
Gross.
Wood and hair. No, all good. Maybe it was a hair. Maybe it was a head hair.
Yeah.
But I know it wasn't mine. But it's all good. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Sorry. Oh yeah, the chocolate logs, which were really, I think the mousse. What was that?
Yeah, weird is what it was.
It was over whipped, and then it looked like dog poop.
Dog poop.
Gordon said his bulldog's poop logs.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of chocolate logs. It looks like it drops straight out of my bulldog's ass.
Yeah.
Wow, Iffy. The accent work is really. Did you hire a dialect coach?
Yeah. Let's bring him in.
Being in Chicago around these new accents, it's really locking in.
Wow, someone get him on the next season of The Bear. He's immersed in the local culture.
Behind.
Nice. It's good. We didn't talk about the fictional bear chefs. I know we were.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't been keeping up, so I think I don't know the latest on what's going on with them.
But just from the premise of the show, they have to be some of the most competent fictional chefs.
I've watched them cook on the show, which is
legit.
Yeah,
Carmine.
Carmi, yeah, that's all I know.
Can I brag about something?
Nope.
Just a little side street here for 1 second. There's a menswear shop in Athens where I found Mersby Schwanen t-shirts, which is for menswear nerds. It's the brand of t-shirt that Carmen wears on the bear. The white
and
t-shirt.
It's like super expensive.
Yeah. It is like a $100 plus t-shirt, and I found it on the sale rack at this little menswear shop in Athens. So I got it's the black version, but I got a black Mersby Schwanen shirt for like, I don't know, maybe $60, which is a lot to spend on a t-shirt. But for the bear shirt, I was like, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Lock me in.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, you can cook in that. It's like the magical
That's what you're supposed to do.
jeans. What's the Sisterhood of the Magical Traveling Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
She'll
All
get
right,
there.
I
Give her a
got it.
second.
I got it.
Yeah, on the complete opposite side of that spectrum, today it was the first time I finally bought something from a TikTok shop. So
Whoa, what did you buy?
What did
I
it?
bought one of those semi-high-waisted kind of pleated pants.
Sick. Love it.
And I was like, oh, this looks good. And then when I was checking out, there were the like fitted kind of tank tops that
Mhm.
I was like, all right, I'll just grab this since I'm already buying something.
Wow.
So
It worked.
we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get to me.
Was
And
it-
then We'll,
Okay. I know that on TikTok shop there is like QVC style influencers who like present the product to you, or was it just like a static ad? Do you know what I mean?
no, it was
What got
definitely
you in?
someone wearing it, and they looked good as shit in it. And what I liked is they looked good, and that's it. They didn't sell it. They didn't like.
Yeah.
Not
you
too
know,
thirsty about
one of
it.
the newer jokes that I've been doing out here is how like I don't like TikTok ads because it's always like my wife's been on her deathbed and you know we don't know how much longer she has left, but with this album I've been able to just go ahead and like rehash all of our good times, and you can get it too if you go down here and click this button for
Whoa,
$5.99.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that you pulled me in with my
Sure.
heartstrings.
Yeah, that feels unethical in a way that you can't police. You can't be like,
Yeah.
hey, you're not allowed to do that.
Right. Interesting. But good. Glad you got a couple things on the way.
I can't wait to.
Pretty
Okay,
exciting.
I hope that you wear these. I hope the high waisted pants and the fitted tank top arrive by the next episode, and that you wear them to our next recording.
Me too.
That would be
I
great.
hope so.
And you got them as an outfit, like they go together.
Oh, did we?
This is sensible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was flickering a bit, but
Oh,
no,
okay, good.
I'm so down.
I
Okay.
was very
Great.
waiting with bated breath. Okay. Well, very exciting.
Sorry, menswear detour. Okay, now we're
no,
back to
love it, love
MasterChef.
But yeah, back in, we've got what else from Timothy and anything? I mean, basically just that the molten didn't molt. The logs were a little poopy.
I did notice they kept. Okay. I feel like molten lava. The phrase is sort of being really stretched to its limits in this episode. Does that resonate with you guys? To me, it's like we call it the molten lava cake because it flows like molten lava. Molten being an adjective that describes the lava, and lava just is a thing that flows in that same
Thick
viscosity.
liquid, yeah.
But I feel like they kept being like, if the molt doesn't molt, and I'm like, that's not. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
Yeah.
well, wait, what do you mean, actually?
I feel like I just kept hearing the judges and the contestants
That
being
was the
like,
main-
well, the lava is really messed up. And it's like, it's not lava. It's like a filling to a cake. You can call it many things, but to like, it's.
I see. I do think though that is a big feature of that particular dessert. Like if you're ordering that, it's a molten lava cake. Like it's a thing that everybody knows. Oh yeah, and then you cut it open, and then the chocolate flows out like a thick liquid. And so if that isn't
I
happening, then it's like,
guess.
well, I might as well have just gotten a fudge.
I
or
guess it's like
a-
if you were making like a red velvet cake and you're like, this velvet isn't working out. I'm like, but it's not velvet. It's just
Sure,
food
you're like-
coloring.
you're saying like it doesn't even have to be.
I'm just saying
the thing.
grammatically, it rubs me the wrong way
Got
that
it.
they were using molt at like as a verb. Do you know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
as a
molt,
noun
that
even. They're
doesn't
like,
make
the molt is gross. And I'm like, well, it's not
not
molt.
molt. Yeah, I mean, yeah, molten lava. Lava. I think just well, I'm just going back to my geology days in fourth grade when
Here we
learned all
go.
this stuff. What is-
School us.
so lava is when it hits the surface, and underneath it's
Magma.
Magma,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like lava, I guess molten is just when it hasn't solidified yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just describes the state of being, like flowy.
Yeah. So that's a way of saying it.
Yeah, but okay, all right.
But you wanted to like. You think that just by having that as a label, I agree. I would agree with you if that wasn't such a well-known dessert.
Okay, all right.
Right
I'm
in?
wrong.
Right in.
Right in. Settle the debate.
Okay, on to the next. Azu and Javier. They did their chocolate roulade
So
with
molten-
dark chocolate. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Molten, especially with materials with a high melting point, such as metal and glass, is something that is liquefied by heat.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says also the second definition, denoting a cake or dessert that retains a thick liquid center after being baked, typically served warm.
Oh, okay. Okay, what part of speech does it say it is? Noun, adjective, verb?
It says adjective.
It's an adjective. I feel like I heard more than one person referring to it as both a noun and a verb. Like the molten isn't.
But these are people who can't say goji shang. So
I wouldn't hold too much of that. I would
Touché.
say, to molt is like, I remember when I had a lizard, to molt is when they're like
to like get rid of
skin.
their skin. Yeah.
So that's not this. That's,
No.
That's not right. But yeah, if it's not molten, like it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe they're saying that.
Yeah.
Or that's what they meant to say.
Yeah. Maybe I should have watched it with the captions on to see how they were spelling it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that could be a nightmare in and of itself.
That's true.
But yes, interesting. Well, thank you for the consulting the dictionary.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that grammatically.
I think that helps. So for Azu and Javier, they did their chocolate roulade with dark chocolate ganache, golden chocolate ganache filling, and strawberry mint sorbet. This is a favorite dessert of their son, Santiago. They showed a little picture of him. And because of that, I am counting this as we're doing this for our kid.
Yeah, okay.
So that's half a point.
Sure.
Very fun. They did this like rolling thing.
The ghost, the Patrick Swayze.
Where Javier was behind Azu and trying to like honestly, he was doing nothing.
Okay. I was going to say the opposite. I'm like, they were making fun of him. I'm like, I kind of get it. She needs to roll away. And he's pulling the paper toward so that they separate.
Okay,
and I was like,
that's what he was doing.
It's like unnecessary, but I understand what he was doing. And that is probably the best angle at which to do it.
I mean, they really are good. You know, they're leaning into this divorcee thing.
Will they, won't they?
Yeah,
especially
it really is good.
Azu wants his wife back. Okay?
That's Javier. Javier wants his wife back.
Javier wants
Azu is the wife.
Yeah, that's sorry. That's
But I see. Yes, it is. It's tough with these duos. It's tough with these duos.
No, I'm like, I'm just reading the recap while I'm talking, and so it's Azu and Javier, and
But Javier has a new wife, so we can't forget the new wife.
America doesn't have to know that.
Oh, he's gonna leave her for sure.
Oh no!
Yeah, for Azu, yeah.
If you're Javier's wife, write in chef@maximumfun.org.
Yeah, tell us.
We want to know what's happening.
I mean, it is funny thinking, but I think they have like a good, as we defined before, like a good modern relationship where they're all kind of present because they have children and blah, blah, blah. But also, how would you feel if you're like, oh, my husband's going to go on the show with his ex and maybe drum up old feelings?
I think it depends on how secure you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but that security starts to shake when you're watching him, bush to tush, like right behind her.
Technically not bush to tush, because as Azu said, there were 2 hand widths between them.
She said. Yeah.
It's the classic, like, leave room for the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Or I should be able to fit a phone
That's what
book
he
between
said
you.
for his wife, but
Right. Do we believe this, account? Is this just the PR? If he's giving a suspect look.
I want that
Skeptical.
as an emoji, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Check out the YouTube for the exclusive emotional look. So then they re-roll, they do that from the judges. Basically, Joe thinks the sorbet and roulade don't really go together because they were kind of both very sweet. Tiffany was suggesting maybe more of a tartness and a freshness in that sorbet. I could see that.
Yeah.
Gordon says that caramel chocolate needed a touch of salt, but the ratios were wrong. There's like a lot of ganache on top. Honestly, the roulade looked like a little slouchy, but I think overall.
Okay, let's see you do one better.
Well, sorry. I thought we're on the show where we could say that.
I'll give them credit. I was surprised it did not crack.
Sure, that's the big worry. Yes, and they did the whole thing where they were like, are they going to roll it and then chill it and then unroll it? Is that bad? And Gordon was even, like skeptical, but then they pulled it off. So clearly they knew what they were doing and made Santiago proud. But so they were kind of, it was a tough run, but they figured it out. We'll move on to the next. So Ryan, Kate, and Kayla. These are the girls from MasterChef Junior who are now
incapacitated in various.
It's been a tough run for them, but they seem like they really snapped into it this time. They made this cardamom spiced chocolate cake topped with chocolate ganache, a white chocolate mousse, raspberry coulis, and candied pistachio and cookie crumble. So they seemed on top of it. Like I think at some point they had to redo the chocolate because it's kind of separated. But overall, from the judges, cake is moist, ganache is rich. Joe says it could be a restaurant dish. Okay, Joe, we get it. You have restaurants. Gordon says he would have coated the white chocolate mousse with pistachio, but other than that, all good. Yeah, very minor critiques here.
Yeah, looks good.
They really brought it together. I think they were snapping into it, and they're all like, "I'm sorry that I fainted, but I'm back on board. I got some fluids."
They were the middle at the end of this episode, right?
They actually might have been on top.
Oh, okay. I was wrong.
Yeah. So finally, we got the vegans, Courtney and Darcy. They made their cannolis with sweet chocolate, vegan, sweet cashew, or I said sweet twice, but it was just one sweet, cashew ricotta and whiskey raspberry coulis. So they did this thing where they said it's half vegan, half not vegan because it's not an all or nothing thing. So there's still egg in the shell of the cannoli, but there's cashew ricotta.
Okay. Do you guys have a take on this? I could talk about this forever.
Please.
Why? What is the point? They were like, one of them said during the presentation, like, I think veganism is this all or nothing thing. I'm like, but it doesn't have to be. I'm like, yes, it does. That's like by definition what it is. There are no vegans out there who are like, I let it slip every now and then. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Who is this for? This is like this is communication 101. And I would argue that food is a form of communication. Like, know your audience. And if like, what person is like, I'll take a little bit of vegan in my regular meal, and what vegan is like, I'll let it slip for one. I'm like, this is for nobody.
I mean, they should have just said oh gosh, no, they couldn't, because I was thinking like maybe they could say it's vegetarian, but then it's like, well, then the ricotta still is vegetarian.
A regular cannoli is vegetarian. There's no meat in a cannoli.
Right. Yeah. So that was, I think they just basically didn't know how to substitute. They didn't know how to make it a shell vegan.
But then at that point, just make it a full non-vegan thing. Why try and force your thing in there? Do you know what I mean?
Not great.
Yeah, there's dishes that wouldn't have needed any type of animal parts that they could have nailed, and they instead was like, the vegan version would be good, and it's like,
yeah, exactly. I admire that, being like the vegan version can be good, but then it's like, but then figure out a way to do a full vegan version, because they're like, well, we had to add eggs to the cannoli shell, and then they also fucked up the cannoli shell. I'm like, well, if you're not going to do that right, then like swing for the fences with a full vegan one. I would love to be blown away by a full vegan. Do you know how satisfying it is to sometimes go to a vegetarian vegan restaurant or a regular restaurant, get the vegetarian vegan dish and be like, this is genuinely very good?
Totally.
I love that. Yeah. I would love if you showed me a good,
Pura Vida recently.
Yeah.
And had like their ravioli. It was so good. I was like, this is better than.
There are so many great vegan vegetarian restaurants, Superiority Burger and Dirt Candy in New York. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many good, but just it was so frustrating to watch them be like, we're going to do it half vegan, half non-vegan. And I'm like, what is the point of this? Who wants it? Nobody wants this. You did not do the best of both worlds. You did the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the shell thing was very disappointing because it did look bad. And I get what Joe was saying when he's like, normally there's like craters. There's like, how did it, I guess it was just over fried, but it looked very egg rolly and unfortunately burnt egg rolly. Tough.
And I like an egg roll. That didn't look like an egg roll.
Even still. I was like, not that egg roll.
Yeah.
But it was funny because Tiffany talked to them like mid, when they were cooking, and she was even like, so wait, you guys, are you sure you want to do this? And we're not going to give you extra credit just because it's vegan. Like, let's make it good. And they were like, I mean, they had to keep going, but
because this is also a thing that happens all the time on these kinds of cooking shows where someone's like, I'm vegetarian, but like, look, I'm on a cooking competition show. I'm going to cook some meat. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, they did basically cook with an egg. So I'm still giving them half a point for, we don't cook with this a lot. Basically, anytime they've cooked with stuff they don't. So they still get half a point.
Okay.
Very exciting. But yes, I mean, from the judges, basically, all the criticisms we said, Gordon also said it's grainy and acidic. That's not a good thing for... Yeah. The cashews, I think they knew it was going to have a little bit of grain. Like, the funny thing, too, is I think Courtney was like, they were like, oh, so it's going to be like ricotta? And she was like, well...
I wouldn't say that.
She was like trying to get ahead of it. Like, even before they made it, like, it's going to have a different texture. It might be a little bit, different. It's not. Don't get too excited.
Can I just pause right here and we can cut this out? Gabe, this iPad is on 5% battery. Are we going to lose the whole Zoom if this thing dies?
No, just that iPad.
Okay.
Just the view of Iffy.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. And there isn't like an iPad charger in here, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh no! If you make those faces, you're gonna run down the battery even faster.
Oh my god, that is really horrifying.
It's gonna be crazy.
Okay, I'm really glad that this is gonna stay in the YouTube, just so the internet can have that face.
Unedited.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, back in. Let's see. Yeah, so basically they just missed the mark on this cannoli thing, and they do end up on the bottom. We'll get into that. But finally, we can go through all these 5 and who ended up on top. / I'm not saying a challenge winner this time around
because it's not a challenge. Yeah.
So I'm giving them the closer looks half a point for being on top.
Yeah.
But basically it's Tana and Kate.
Okay.
They get the we make this all the time plus on top plus 1 as well, and Kayla and Ryan Kate redeeming themselves from being on the floor. So great. And then basically in the middle, great potential, safe, whatever, was Azu and Javier.
Okay, that's right. That's what's in the
middle. Right, yeah. And then on the bottom, Timothy and Athena, and Darcy and Courtney. Saw that coming.
Yeah. And it's also one of those like anticlimactic ones because it's like, well, we can all see from a mile away that it's like Timothy and Athena made like a technical error, but Darcy and Courtney made like a what the fuck were you thinking kind of error. Do you know what I mean?
Right, and they still said the flavors were pretty good with Timothy and Athena's, despite the like textures being off.
Yes.
But like Darcy and Courtney is like both textures and flavors probably.
Yeah. And concept.
Yeah.
It's like if your concept is so unappetizing that I don't want to eat it, you know what I mean? Then I'm like, I'm kind of, Yeah,
not great.
Yeah.
So Darcy and Courtney get eliminated. Very sad. Gordon kind of goes like, and I know there was a dream of a vegan cafe. But anyway, you guys are such a unique friend, great vets. And it's like he almost was like,
he sidestepped it.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. Keep cooking.
They could.
In private.
Yeah, they could do it. Maybe no cannolis.
Keep cooking for your friends and yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the patients, the dogs.
And I feel bad, and I want to reiterate. There is good vegan cooking.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course. It's not. I don't feel like they were the best representation at this time, and they would probably agree.
Yeah.
They would probably agree. Yeah, I don't know. What any other thoughts on Darcy and Courtney as we send them off?
No, not for me.
One of them looks like a girl I hooked up with in college. I'll say that.
Wow, we gotta look that up.
Little bit of a brag for me.
Darcy or Courtney?
Yeah,
I gotta be honest. I did not really with a lot of the duos. I have not differentiated which one was which.
I mean, Azu
and Javier is a little bit easier because it's what I mean.
Sure, yes, Darcy and Courtney.
Darcy's
I think
the blonde.
Courtney was the darker hair one because she was crying a lot. And she was talking. At the end she cried a lot, and I was like trying to figure out who was crying so I could talk about it.
Yeah.
But basically, she was the one who was like, "It was just such a dream to like even get to cook for Gordon." That's a
big one. Yeah.
And vegan food specifically for Gordon, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
They really came. They saw. They veganed, and they gone. But we learned lots from them.
We learned
they got a few points.
How to not make a cashew ricotta cannoli filling.
Yeah, that's fine. So great. Another episode. The pressure test has been passed by 4 and not passed by 1 duo. And next week, next week they're going to do this tag team challenge.
Oh, this one looks good.
Yeah. Where basically one person's cooking, the other person's backstage, like not sure what they're doing. And then they get tapped in and then they got to continue or something. It seems hectic.
Because we've had the tag team challenge in past seasons,
right?
But that is like a every 5 minute switch, and this one seems like a fun riff on it because it was like the first half, your partner's in a separate room, and then you got to switch places and they've got to finish it, and once again in the preview for next week, someone calls for a medic.
I know, on the ground.
I feel like they like this season they kind of broke the seal. You know what I mean? Like
once
one person was like, "Oh, we can call for a medic," everyone's like, "I'm calling for a medic."
Maybe the medic is just like all or nothing. It's like once you call them for one episode, they're like, "Well, you have me for the whole season, so if you guys need anything, you're just feeling slightly sweaty, you might as well." I think
I'm just hanging around.
Yeah, exactly.
Use me while I'm here, I think it looks like oh shoot, what's their name again? All the winners I forgot now. They're the red team on the balcony, but the ones who dress young.
Yes, yeah. Okay, see, once again, I'm really bad with the names.
I picked them. What are their names? Let me see. I'll look it up. I believe it was
Okay, while you're looking this up, I'll say I have this problem so often.
Zach and Michelle.
Zach and Michelle.
I think it was Michelle on the ground. That's what I'm gonna guess.
Okay, I'm currently watching The Ultimatum Queer Love season
Nice.
2.
Mm-hmm.
And I am on the reunion episode right now, but it fully took me until maybe episode 7 or 8 to fully lock in everyone's names.
Sure, it takes time. How many? Like, there's a lot of contestants. I've never watched Ultimatum. Should I? Honestly, I kind of am stressed about it.
You are missing out.
Because I know they should. I mean, especially like, I feel like it's like you shouldn't be together.
Oh no, I
takes that
agree.
long or
No,
whatever,
the
it
ultimatum is like an inherently flawed thing, and if you think that's like a viable path, then I'm like, I have news for you.
Yeah, and
This
even
isn't
if
gonna
they
work out.
stay together, I'm like, I just don't think you want to stay together.
But the show itself is a lot of fun to watch. The queer version is a lot of fun to watch. But with these kinds of shows, it just, especially when it's like you have to track pairs, you have to track couples, and then they swap with each other. It takes me so long to lock in names. Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
Oh yeah.
So all apologies to Zach and Michelle.
I mean, yeah, it's you gotta. We're gonna have fewer and fewer duos here, and it'll get a little easier. But yeah, right now it's still quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's Michelle on the ground. I saw like a ponytail, like a nicely
A Gen Z.
slicked-
Oh,
She kind
okay.
of does a slick hair thing, which I think is kind of Gen Z. If you're doing like the wax,
Sure.
wax your ponytail back kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I bought a wax like hair stick from. I didn't buy it from TikTok Shop, but I saw it on TikTok and I bought it separately. I kind of do the thing where I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it.
Have you used it
Shop.
yet? I feel like I never see you with your hair
It's
up.
great. Yeah, I will wear it a lot. Honestly, when I do video game stuff, you have to put your hair up real tight, and
makes
so
sense.
I use it for that, and that's been great. But also, yeah, I would say because Gen Z is really into that, I'm like, should I? So then if I should I be like Zach and Michelle, where I'm a millennial, but I should dress like Gen Z?
Yeah.
So I will use it occasionally.
Oh, interesting.
It's great.
Do you do a lot of video game stuff?
I that's why I was in New York. I do some video game stuff.
Oh.
You know,
Okay.
we got to do this stuff.
We all gotta do this
We all
stuff.
got to do this stuff.
I've been in 3 commercials this year, and you will not hear me plugging those companies outside. I'm not promoting those commercials.
Oh,
You just
no
you
need.
gotta do stuff.
Yeah, you don't need to because you already did the work.
Yeah.
The work
Unless
is
you
done.
really love the product.
I
then let
do
us
not.
know. Okay. Then don't let us know. But that's a little peek of what other work we do out there, folks. But hey, if you want to make sure we don't have to do that anymore, maybe you
MaximumFun.org/join.
cash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The more you give us, the less we have to tie our hair back.
Go around and slick our hair
Yeah.
back and buy these things off TikTok Shop. You know, we'll stop participating in the economy.
Yeah.
If you help us. Okay, so points breakdown. Let's get to it. So in the top, we got Tana and Kate, the stepmom-daughter/mom-daughter combo. Kayla and Ryan, Kayla and Ryan Kate, my bad, the MasterChef Junior people, that they just get half a point each, because I'm just going to call that the closer looks. Then we're doing this for our kid, Santiago. That's Azu and Javier for half a point. We make this all the time, plus we're on top, Tana and Kate for a point. Then we don't cook with this a lot. That's the egg and the canola shell for Darcy and Courtney. They get a half a point before they go out the door. So this week we have Mike gaining half a point.
That's it?
I think that's because, you have a lot of winners who are on the balcony.
Okay. I guess I'll take it.
Iffy, you're gaining a point.
Mm.
And then I gained 1.5 points.
Okay.
Okay.
And so that puts our totals as I have 6 points.
Okay.
Iffy also has 6 points.
Okay.
Mike, 6.5 points.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
That
So
half put me over the edge.
Yeah, it did. You're right.
Thank you,
and
half.
Yeah, you've been in the lead, so yeah, things are close.
Guess I'm not cooking for a professional chef at the end of this season.
No,
We'll see.
unless-
No,
We'll
There's a long way to
no,
fall. I'm gonna eat these
No,
words.
I think, yeah. Right now, it's me and Iffy between us two who's gonna be cooking that meal.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll
holding
see.
it down.
We'll see. All right. Any final thoughts on this breakdown or cannolis or?
I regret mentioning that either Darcy or Courtney looks like a girl I hooked up with in college. I'm sorry I said that.
Oh, it's okay.
It was gross. It was a gross moment.
I'll accept that apology.
It was that you
on behalf of
invited. Are there
Darcy.
any other thoughts about Darcy and Courtney? That was the first thing that popped in my head, and I have no filter, and I'm so sorry.
I mean, that's part of the
I
excitement.
mean, I feel like,
yeah.
that's just a little lore drop. I don't think it's actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
yeah.
that's telling our pots and pans what kind of candidness you can get here on the podcast.
That's right. Sure.
Mhm.
We'll reframe it as that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like so, we're so honest with everybody here. Because we're comfortable. And our pots and pans, they make us comfortable.
Look, this is a nice living room discussion.
Mm-hmm.
This is a safe space where we can talk about anything.
Exactly. So on that note, we love our pots and pans. Thank you again. If you like this podcast, share it with someone, please. Also, please go to MaximumFun.org/join, where you can support us for as little as $5 a month. Really helps us out, keeps us going, makes us do the main thing as the main thing. That's what somebody said once.
The main thing is the main thing?
Keeping the main thing the main thing.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have too many side hustles.
Well, we were discussing all our side hustles.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, drop us a line on Instagram at TV Chef Fantasy League, and make sure you follow us. That's very important. Also, follow us individually. Mike Caballon's got some good wedding pics coming out.
If you want to see what Lisbon looks like through the eyes of a
yeah.
professional Lisboeta photographer.
Yeah. Then there it is. At Mike Caballon. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay, and then at Iffy Wadiway. Is that right?
Yes, that's
Hell
me.
yeah.
You
That's
got it
Sarah
right.
Cotto. You know where to find me. But yeah, we'll be posting some things.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm going off.
It's our
the
first time
script here.
hosting, folks.
I'm
You
going off
gotta
the script, giving you that candid conversation. But yes, so follow us or send us an email at chef@maximumfun.org. We'd love to hear who you're meeting, what you're eating. And also, if you're doing your own MasterChef Fantasy League with friends, please tag us and tell us how you're doing. For full unedited episodes where you can get the full, Iffy feed from bed in Chicago, you can check us out on YouTube. Thanks again to my co-host, Mike Caballon, newlywed, and Iffy Wadiway. We'll be back next week. TV Chef Fantasy League. Sorry. TV Chef Fantasy League is a Maximum Fun production. Our producer is Valerie Moffat. Our engineer is Gabe Mara. Our theme song is by Dylan Van Auken. Our artwork is by Sabrina Volante. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube at TV Chef Fantasy League.